In specific spots on your beard, hair follicles can slow down their growth cycle or even stop producing new hair altogether. And again, I am speaking about very specific spots. Some may call them patches or bald spots, or maybe you have an area that grows significantly slower than the rest of the beard. This is going to be called dormant hair follicles. Now, there may be two main things that you are wondering. Number one, is this just genetics? If I have a patch there, is that just what I was born with? Or is there something more to it, like some kind of damage has happened to let that occur? And then number two, can we reverse it? Can we get new growth going in those spots? I'm going to address both of those in this video shortly, but first, a super quick introduction. My name is Dan. Yep, over there, C-Bearded, and I welcome you guys to hit the thumbs up if you're excited about hearing this information. If you are not subscribed, please consider it. It really helps me out here. It costs you nothing, and hey, maybe you learn new information about taking care of your beard. If you're already subscribed out there, thank you guys so much. Okay, let's go over number one. Is this just purely genetics? You got a bad draw, there's nothing you can do about it, you gotta just own it and move on? Or maybe is there more to this story? And the answer is both. There are genetic patches. There are genetic bald spots that do happen, even though it's far less likely on your beard than it is your head hair. And I'm not talking about growth patterns, right? A common growth pattern would be under the lower lip, missing hair there. That's not a bald spot. That's not a patch. That's just a growth pattern. A bald spot, a patch, an area where we are talking dormant hair follicles would be you have really even coverage, and then randomly there is one spot that is not symmetrical, that is not even, that kind of seems out of place. That is what we are talking about here. And that is much more likely to have been caused by some kind of trauma or damage. The most common way would be having burns, whether it's extreme heat or chemical burns. Whether you're a child, whether you're an adult, it can happen at any time, but if it damages that base of the hair, where the hair's meeting the skin, that hair follicle, that can occur. That is a really, really big deal. Other things can make it happen as well, such as just blunt force trauma. Maybe you got hit with a bat by your brother when you were a kid, and those can physically damage those hair follicles and either slow down the growth rate or stop new hair altogether. And again, guys, I'm not talking about, oh, I just can't grow in on my cheeks. That's probably genetic. Just think about if you have any of those random spots, and I know a lot of us do because we would climb trees. We would get into chlorinated pools that probably did not regulate in the summer their chlorine levels. Yes, something like having too high of chlorine, 100% can cause dormant hair follicles. All right, let's skip forward and then maybe we'll come back and flirt with number one a little bit here. Number two, can we reverse this? If we have that random patch that drives us crazy, can we bring it back? Yes, absolutely. Sometimes it'll come back all on its own, right? That growth cycle has slowed down so much that it just takes time for it to come back again. But luckily, there are some things we can do to really wake them up. If it's dormant, think about the hair follicle kind of sleeping, being lazy. It's not able to get the nutrients that it needs. There are some common ingredients that we find in beard oils and beard products that are proven to wake up dormant hair follicles. Here are some examples. Number one would be different essential oils such as peppermint essential oil, lavender essential oil, rosemary essential oil. Those ones can do a great job. Now, the issue there is at the potency in which they're safe and legal to use. It can be a challenge, but it 100% can get the job done. Number two would be bird oils. Emu and ostrich oil, they penetrate deeply and they go in there and they can wake those hairs up. And then number three would be CBD oils. Those anti-inflammatory active ingredients are going to give those hairs a chance to kind of jumpstart, wake up again, and start that cycle all over. Now, there's a bunch of other ones as well, but those are the ones that are the most common and the most potent for waking those hairs up. And I have seen it time and time and time again. And then when you pair that with healthy habits and patience and age, you're likely going to get a better chance all the way into your early 40s for those hairs to wake up. And even later on for some people, it can really make a big difference. So yes, if you've got a random spot, there probably is a cause, maybe even if you don't know about it, right? You go to your parents and like, oh yeah, we did drop you and you did hit your chin at this certain age. It could go all the way back to then. But you can start doing things. Other ways that you can help: exfoliate. Get a comb when you put that beard oil in there that says, let's say it has peppermint essential oil. Dig that and rake that comb into the skin. That's gonna get in there and physically start moving stuff around. And it's not gonna be a miracle. You're not gonna wake up next week and be like, oh my gosh, it filled in. But if you have the patience, if you have the healthy habits, you're going to give yourself a chance to have those dormant hair follicles start to wake up and start to grow what would look like new hair. But really, it's been under the surface the whole time. It's just been sleeping a little bit. So I know this is going to strike a chord with some of you, and you're going to say, I got that spot. I've always wondered about it. Some of you are going to say, I just chalked it up to rock what you got, and I never thought I would have a chance. Hey, I'm letting you know it's going to have a chance to come back around. And if you've been there, if you had a spot that was just a nuisance and then it has filled in over time, drop a comment. Was it something that you were consciously working on, or did it just come along with the process and with the journey? And then if not, if you haven't had it fill in yet, let us know. Do you have an area of your beard, a specific spot? Maybe it's the size of a quarter, a dime, maybe it's on your chin, maybe it's on your neck, wherever it's at. Let us know, and then we'll send some positive vibes your way. Maybe it'll wake it up a little bit out there. And what questions do you guys have? Is there anything else that you want to know about dormant hair follicles or those random spots on your beard? I would love to be able to clarify and answer deeper. I hope you guys enjoyed this one today. I've never really heard this topic get covered, and I was really excited as I was going through some research, as I was going through some anecdotal evidence and talking to people that have had things work for them as they've gone through the journey. Can't wait to read the comments, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dancy Bearded. Stay bearded and stay positive.